With great respect and love, I welcome you all with all of my heart. Long time no see. Look, I just had the feeling to check in because I noticed there's a lot of fear going around. And it would be better not to live in fear. Because there's a lot of peace all around. It's just that when the mind goes into fear, you can't see it. Yeah, so it used to be when I was a kid that the news was done by the three major networks. It wasn't a profit-making thing. In fact, all the networks complained how much it cost to produce the news. It was only a half-hour show, and it was done by real journalists. And you got all the information you needed about the world in a half hour. Then they monetized it. And they turned a half hour in time into 24 hours. Imagine how they had to stretch things out to do that. And then they were selling commercials. And with the commercial money, they needed to keep eyes on the news. And how do you do that? How do you keep the mind attached to what's going on in the world? Well, you don't tell them everything's fine, because then everyone just breathes a sigh of relief and turns the thing off. They don't need to be concerned with it. No, you have to tell them things are rough out there. There's stuff to be scared of. And you see, one thing fear does is it attracts the mind. And there's a good reason for that, you see, because the mind is there to protect you from the dangers, you see. And fear is one of the tools that it uses to protect you. In the vast majority of the world, everything is fine. People are going about their daily lives. Families are being raised. Children are being fed. The vast majority of the world is like that. But the news doesn't focus on that. The news focuses on where things have gone wrong. And so you're filling your mind with all the things that could and might go wrong. You see? You don't want to live there. You really don't want to live in a constant state of worry and fear. What I want you to remember is that right now, and every now, there is complete stillness and peace. Don't get lost in the fear and anxiety and the worry. Everything will go exactly as it goes. And for the most part, we'll be fine. And you can't do anything about what is meant to be. You see? Difficult times breed difficulties. But if you focus on the difficulties, you get lost, and your life becomes one of anxiety. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. Right now, you're fine. Everything's fine. Things are going according to plan. Somewhere, there is a book, and the history of the world is in it. The past, the present, and the future. and it will go as it goes. You don't have to worry about this. Everything is being taken care of. Trust in God. Trust that your life is in God's hands. And you'll go home when you're meant to, just as you were born when you were meant to. Yeah, don't lose sight. Don't lose sight of that which is real and get lost in the dream of anxiety and difficulty and worry. No, it's not necessary. Everything is fine. It may not look fine to you, but it is fine, and it's going according to plan. Difficult times bring about this sense of anxiety, but you don't have to live there. You can acknowledge it, you can see it, but don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on it, really. How much news do you need? I think a half hour's fine. You don't have to watch and watch and watch and get more and more worried. You see all of the things in this world right now, online, on television, they're drawing you in, and they want your attention, and they grab you with your own fear, with your own worry, with your own anxiety, and you can't release yourself from it because you've become lost in it. It's unnecessary. You see, so like I see these YouTube videos, and like there's these different things like car guys, and every single one has a picture of they're doomed. The car industry's dead. This is it's all going to pot. It's all falling apart. You have psychics, astrologers, and it's like nuclear war is in the stars. You see, this is the thing. It works. It's clickbait. These headlines get clicks. Those clicks get them money. If they said, the astrology's rough, but I wouldn't worry about it. Less clicks. Less money. So everything is geared up. The monetization of news and information is geared up toward you becoming lost in the anxiety of this dream. Just try and remember, each breath you take, there's peace in that. Everything's okay. Everything is okay no matter what happens. Trust that this life, this world, all of it is in God's hands. You don't have to worry about it. It's all being taken care of. The odds are very good that you're not going to suffer, except when you get lost in the anxiety being prophesized by those things in the news, on social media. Yeah. So try and remember that stillness is always with you. It's always with you. And it's infinite. It has no beginning. It has no end. All of this other stuff, they're all based in thought and feeling, and those things come and go. They don't have the steadiness of the peace that dwells within you. Try and remember if you can. Watch a little less news. Pay a little less attention to all the goings-on in this world. I like to be informed, but I draw the line there. And I can see, you see, the networks right now, if they said the election was pretty well decided at this point, well, then no one would care anymore. No one pay attention. Their stock would go down. People wouldn't be paying. People wouldn't be watching, and their revenue would go down. You see? So they don't want to say that. They want to say it's so close, you don't know what's going to happen, so you can worry about it. And they'll keep you informed. So you can worry more. Don't get lost in that. It's nonsense. It's all nonsense. It's all a dream. And, nightmares are dreams too. So don't get lost in it. Right now, right in this very moment, there is peace. There is peace. Always. Always. And that peace is so much greater than anything the mind can come up with. So, yes, you have your thoughts. Just don't dwell on them. Don't dwell on them. Let them come, let them go. Same thing with the feelings. Let them come, let them go. And then you don't lose the forest for the trees. You see? There is this constant peace that is with all of us, always. It makes us all one. It makes everything one. Okay? Yes. That's my message. And I hope it helps. There's a lot of worry out there. And really, I do believe all signs point to things just getting worse at the moment. So no need to get involved. Don't get involved. Don't dwell on it. Things will go as they go. The book is already written. You don't have to worry. Be at peace. Okay. Sarganad Maharaj Ki Jai. Till next time. And by the way, feel free to share the video, like the video, and make donations. Keep things going here. That would be helpful since you made it to the end. And know that I am with you always. Toodaloo.